Good morning, students. Welcome back to Blooming Rose Academy English class 8 English Grammar. Today, we will see lesson second, finite and non-finite verbs. First of all, we will see that what is the actual meaning of finite and non-finite verbs. How we differentiate, we identify that which is called finite verb and which is called non-finite verb. First of all, see finite verb. Finite verb means a verb that changes with the changing of the subject of the sentence is called finite verb. Means if the subject of a sentence is singular, then verb changes into singular, and if subject becomes plural, verb also becomes plural. Means that students see this verb and this verb. Since this subject is singular, so this verb change into singular, and same verb, if I change the subject number, then the verb change into plural. Such type of verb which changes with the change of subject is called finite verb. A player is playing there. A player, and if I write here many players, then this verb change into are, because subject become plural, so verb is also plural. That verb which change with the change of subject of the sentence is called finite verb. Such type of changing verbs are called finite verbs. And now next one, non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are a verb that does not change with the change of the subject of the sentence. Of the subject of the sentence is called non-finite verb. It means, see, they are given three examples. I want to go there, he wants to go there, they wanted to go there. In all these sentences, two verbs are given. In first sentence, want, go. In second sentence, he wants verb and go verb. Two verbs are also here. In third sentence, wanted and go. Students, see that in all these three sentences, the verb want is changing, but the second verb go is as same. A verb that is same in all tenses, in each and every condition, when we change the subject of the sentence, yet such verb does not change. A verb that does not change is called non-finite verb. So in this sentence, go is non-finite verb. In this sentence, go is non-finite verb. In this sentence, go is non-finite verb. Then what is finite verb? Finite verb is want, wants and wanted. Okay? I think now you have known that what is the difference between finite and non-finite verb. A verb that changes with the change of the subject of the sentence is called finite verb, and a verb that does not change with the change of subject of the sentence is called non-finite verb. And now after it, how many kinds of finite and non-finite verbs? Kind of non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are of three types. Infinitive. Non-finite verbs are infinitive, gerund, participle. How we identify that which is infinitive, which is gerund, and which is participle? 2 plus V1. When 2 is placed just before the base form, means first form of verb, that is called infinitive. Gerund, verb ing, that is the fourth form of verb, is called gerund. Participles, there are three forms of participles: verb ing form, second form, and having plus V3. Students, see that infinitive is that form of verb which acts as a noun in a sentence. That form of verb which acts as a noun in a sentence is called infinitive. For example, he loves to write stories. They love to write stories. In both of the sentences, see that to write. What is this? 2 plus V1. This is called infinitive. So, in the both of the sentences, to write is, in first sentence, to write is infinitive. In second sentence, they love to write stories. In the second sentence, to write is infinitive. Okay. Second one, gerund. The verb ing form is called gerund. Gerund definition: verb gerund form, such type of the form of verb which acts as a noun in a sentence is called gerund. It is always used in gerundial form. Gerunds of a sentence, gerunds of a verb can be used as subject of a sentence, as an object of a sentence, as a complement of a sentence, as the object of a preposition. I will tell you detail about it in next topic. But first of all, we have to know over here the introduction of all these three topics. So let's see gerund. For example, walking is good for health. See that walking is over here as a subject. Gerunds act as a subject of a sentence, object of a sentence, complement of subject, or object of a preposition. In the first sentence, walking is the subject of the sentence and it is verb's ing form. So in this sentence, walking is gerund. In second one, we love swimming. See that swimming is object of the sentence. We subject, love verb, swimming object. So swimming is gerund. I repeat, in the first sentence walking is gerund, in the second sentence swimming is gerund. Participle, verb ing form, second form, and having plus. Participle, word of participle. That form of verb which acts as an adjective in a sentence is called participle. That form of verb which acts as an adjective in a sentence is called participle. For example, he is eating boiled eggs. He is eating what? Boiled. Boiled is participle. Why? Because participles are act as adjective. What are adjectives? Adjectives are that word which qualifies the noun. And in this sentence, boiled, this participle is qualifying eggs. What kind of eggs? Boiled eggs. So by here, boiled is participle. In second, she lost her purse. This is simple sentence and there is no any participle. Non-finite verb. There is only finite verb. Okay. Now you have, see that in your exercise book, you have to given to identify the finite, non-finite verb, to identify infinitive, gerund, participle, and I tell you over here in this video that how we differentiate infinitive, gerund, and participle. Infinitive means 2 plus V1, gerund means verb ing form, participle means verb ing form, verb second form, and having plus V3. Now you do exercise, and if you have any problem during completion of your exercise, then you put your problem in your comment box. Thank you.